Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. The last of the rains clearing up nicely and the weekend shaping up to be mostly sunny for the sunny coast, though rather sultry until the storms arrive late Sunday. If you're thinking about a swim in the ocean to avoid the heat, think again, because there's a warning for hazardous surf and it's pretty serious. Today's temperatures turned out pretty much as forecast. No big challenge at this time of year when they hardly ever change. In Nambour, the range was 18 to 28 degrees, which is actually quite cool. Tewantin also got to 28 and Gympie hit a top of 31. Let's look at the satellite loop. Firstly, in the north, it's starting to get a little bit monsoonal again. You can see that big swirl of cloud in the Gulf of Carpentaria that's tipped to turn into a major vortex. It probably won't be a cyclone because it'll cross the northern territory coast too early. And that'll start to increase the showers and storms around all of North Queensland. For us, it's the opposite. We've got a trough in the west that's bringing all the storms out west, and the closer you get to the coast, the more the weather cleans up. So we're basically going to get a fairly good weekend until Sunday, when that storm band finally arrives on the southeast coast. On today's chart, we've just got a little bit of a piece in between the two storms, if you like. The low that was the cyclone Lucas, which is now quite close but fairly weak, is sending out a massive swell, and there is a warning for the dangerous surf coming under that. But it also means the winds coming from the underside of this low are still southeasterly. That's why it's not too hot yet. On tomorrow's chart, that starts to change as the next trough arrives from the west. Winds do begin to turn around and become a bit more northerly, although the day will still be reasonable. Then on the outlook chart, as the trough gets closer, a much hotter day on Sunday with storms at the end before that cool change finally comes through on Monday. So now the latest from the Weather Bureau, the boating forecast for Sunshine Coast waters, just 10 to 15 knots of southeasterly breeze tomorrow, but on a dangerous 2.5 metre easterly swell. Sunday's winds turning northerly before a 20 to 25 knot southeasterly change on Monday. These neap tides are pretty gentle at the moment, with an easy swing between low and high water, but very large waves will make it seem like high tide all day. The Southeast Coast District, a partly cloudy day with very little chance of rain, but a warning for hazardous surf. Maroochydore 19 to 29 degrees, Nambour 30 and Gympie 33. Looking ahead for Maroochydore, thunderstorms developing late Sunday ahead of a fresh southeasterly change. The first few days of next week will feel like autumn before winds and showers slowly fade away again. Well, that's all for this week, folks. Pleasure to have your company, as always, and thank you for watching 7 Local Weather. I'll be back on Monday. Hope you have a nice weekend. Now it's over to Robbie, Sherwell, with all the news on the Big Bad Surf. Go, Robbie.
Thanks, Liv. Well, there's been plenty of surf up and down the coast beaches this week, and it looks set to continue through the weekend. Thanks to those troughs of low pressure sitting out through the Coral Sea, we have got plenty of swell. Today, a solid 2 to 2 metres of swell up and down our coastline. It is an east-southeasterly swell, so all the point breaks have had waves. Now, the winds tomorrow, looks like they're going to be lighter south to southwest in the morning, southeasterly through the day, up around that 15 knot mark. All roads are still leading towards the point breaks tomorrow, being the points at Noosa, also down around the bays at Coolum on the low tide, down around Alex the Bluff, Point Cartwright, and on the southern end, Moffats. On Sunday, we get a full offshore wind in the morning. It's going to be a little bit smaller. There's going to be a few beach breaks worth checking out also, places like Dickey Beach, maybe Curramundi, Maroochydore and Coolum. Now for swimming, really dangerous conditions right up and down our coastline. With this swell, we've got massive inshore gutters and huge rips. Please stay safe, avoid tragedy, only swim between the red and yellow flags. Advisable to swim at waist-depth water only. I hope you have a wonderful weekend across the coast beaches. Now it's back to you, Rob.
On you, Robbie. Thank you, mate. You enjoy that, won't you? Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you Monday night. From the team, take care. Good night.
Tonight on 7 News.